Chapter 78. The Pharisees' elder Reuben with Jesus. In the morning, Reuben nevertheless comes to me in the house, asking to speak with me. I say to him, I know what you want to tell me, but that which I want to tell you, you know not, and so you may hear me. Says Reuben, if you intend to speak, then do, and I will hear you. Say I, yesterday you were reciting a psalm. It turned out to be Psalm 37, and it hit you as well as your colleagues hard, and you turned somewhat inwardly, and then discussed whether to be neutral towards me or become my disciples. You decided on neutrality. You yourself thought during the night about becoming my disciple, and have now come to ask me about it. I say to you, neither yes or no, and remain if you wish, or go if you will. For behold, I have plenty of disciples. There are several rooms in this my house, and they are all full of disciples. Out there in the open you see tents occupied by my disciples. Here, next to this my smallest room, is the big work and dining room. Inside are resting still the big lords of Rome, and these are my disciples as well. Inside one small room lives the chief Jairus with wife and daughter, whom I had twice awakened from the dead. And behold, he too is my disciple. If I have people like that as my disciples, then you can just as well also become my disciple. But as you see, I am not insisting. Stay if you wish, and if not, leave, because both roads are open to you. Says Reuben, Lord, I stay, and it is highly likely that more of my colleagues shall come and stay like I. Because I am starting to comprehend that there must be more to you than mere secret magical powers of an Occidental magician. You are a God-anointed prophet of a distinct order, as never was one before you, and hence I say, it is indeed written that no prophet shall arise out of Galilee. But I no longer adhere to that, because an obvious deed counts more with me than the mysterious word of Scripture, which none can understand in its true depth. On top of that, you are not, to my knowledge, a native of Galilee, but of Bethlehem, and you therefore could quite well be a prophet. I feel myself powerfully attracted to you, and your proximity has an agreeable effect on me, and so I stay. I don't actually possess great wealth, but what I have, we could all live on for 30 years. If you charge tuition fees, then half my wealth is at your disposal. Say I, go over to my disciples and ask them how much they pay me for tuition and maintenance, then pay me the same. Reuben immediately asks several disciples in attendance. These, however, spoke, Our Holy Master has never yet asked us for a stater. Austrian currency, the editor. Although we are constantly provided by him with everything. He is bound to ask no more of you than of us. Faith and love is all he asks of us. Asks Reuben further, Can you actually already perform some deeds that are beyond human comprehension? And if you are capable of doing so, do you also understand how this is possible? Says Peter, If necessary, we too can perform such deeds through the Master's power, and also understand quite thoroughly how these are quite easily possible. If you intend to be a genuine disciple of his, you too shall be able to carry out such deeds and then understand quite well what you are doing. For here, love is the law, and wisdom carries it out. Roban continues to ask, "And were you able to discover here or there whether Satan perhaps invisibly has a part in it?" Says Peter, "What wicked are you, poor blind man, not asking? How can Satan have a part where all the supremely highest heavens exert the almightiest influence? I and all of us have seen the heavens open and the angels of God descending to earth in countless hosts, and we saw how they served him, and us all. If so, how is Satan's participation possible? If you cannot believe me, then go to Sishar and inquire of the high priest Joel and the wholesaler merchant Jeruth, who now occupies the well-known castle Esau. These our friends shall faithfully acquaint you with who he is, whose disciples we have the never-deserved highest grace to be. At Janel's as well as Jeruth's, you shall also encounter serving angels in seemingly physical form." On hearing such, Roban steps up to me full of reverence whether I have any objection to him travelling to Sishar. Say I, "Not in the least. Go there and inquire about all these things, and when you are back again, inform your brothers and colleagues of all the things you have heard and seen. When you have completed this mission successfully, come back here and follow me, for you shall be able to find out which direction I headed off meanwhile. But when travelling through the first toll district from here, and afterwards Kis and Kana in Samaria, and they ask you where to and in whose name you are undertaking this journey, then mention my name, and they shall let you go for free everywhere. But don't travel with the outfit of a Pharisee elder, for that way you would not get far. But put on simple and ordinary citizens' clothing, and they shall have no objection, even in Samaria." On hearing such, Roban at once got under way, going to foreign parts, seeking and recognizing what was so close to him at home. But these are people and spirits at all times that one can see, experience, and learn more abroad than at home. Yet the same sun shines everywhere. Of course, one can get to know other areas, other people, and other customs and other tongues, but whether the heart has won anything therefrom is another thing. He who goes travelling to foreign parts for idle curiosity, or to amuse or divert himself, shall win little for educating his heart. But he who goes abroad to be of use to those people, and to bring them a new light, let him journey and act, and the journey shall yield him much gain. Every prophet accomplishes more in a foreign land than in his own house.